All right. Ready to go?
I am so ready.
All right. Hey guys, Dave here, and today we are reviewing Dragon Blade, the new martial arts extravaganza starring Jackie Chan and John Cusack.
And Adrian Brody and other people.
Yeah.
Sort of.
This movie, Dragon Blade, was not what I was expecting.
Maybe we should start off with the good things.
We did that with Fantastic Four, and that went horribly awry.
I know, but I'm gonna give it another try.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. The last 15 minutes of the movie are really cool.
Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, there's a rad fight scene in it.
There's some really cool fighting.
Yeah.
Also, the elements of this movie that were comedy were pretty darn funny.
Right.
And I wish more of the movie, pretty much all of the movie, all of the movie had been that.
Okay, so you're saying that in an almost 2-hour movie, you like 15 minutes of it.
Yes.
And that if the movie were in a completely different genre, you would have enjoyed it more.
Yes.
Sounds good, and I think that's pretty appropriate. So the thing about Dragon Blade is basically Jackie Chan plays this character who is protecting the Silk Road, early in the Han Dynasty in China, and basically they're fighting against Huns, and they're fighting against like these 36 other warring nations.
Right.
But at the same time, he's all about peace. He doesn't want to fight. He's the Martin Luther King of Kung Fu masters.
Yeah. He's part of the Silk Road Protection Squad, and their whole mission is to make friends with everyone.
Yes.
Seriously.
And then John Cusack comes in with a bunch of Romans, and all of a sudden he gets embroiled in this sort of war where there's this evil Roman played by Adrian Brody who's essentially trying to take over China and the Silk Road. The movie is incredibly cheesy. I would say that the main thing about this movie is it felt like sort of a 1950s studio pick from America, where everything is overtly cheesy. What's weird is that I felt like a lot of this movie was sort of meant for like 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds, right? But then like people are getting like shot through the neck with arrows, and they're getting like their throats cut, and it's ultra violent. And I'm like, I guess this isn't for 8-year-olds.
It's rated like R for bloody violence.
Yeah.
That's what it says. I think it feels very Disney-esque in parts, except where there's all of the ridiculous amounts of bloody violence.
Yeah.
Like I said, the comedy elements, whether they were intended or not, are actually quite entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, now I know this movie got a lot of really positive reviews pretty early on, apparently. I'm not really sure how that happened because it's not very good. A lot of it doesn't make a lot of sense. The acting is pretty terrible. And I have to say, it's maybe the worst editing I've ever seen in a movie.
God, it's awful.
The editing is atrocious. Now, one of the things about the way this movie was shot is, they did a lot of aerial shots, a lot of sweeping, like jib shots, but the issue is they clearly didn't shoot anything in slow motion, because there's a lot of post-slow-mo in this movie. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's terrible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shots that are like this in slow motion, and it kills you. Though I have to say, like most films from China that are like, bigger films, they had great costumes, great sets. I gotta say that there were a few action scenes that were really cool, especially when there were large groups fighting. But I felt overall the Kung Fu doesn't really reach sort of the heights of modern day martial art films, which I was a little sad about. What I thought was really weird about this movie, though, go back to the cheesiness real quick. It's so bizarrely one-dimensional. It sort of felt like if like Chris Columbus made the movie Hero. Yeah. Like that's what it felt like. Because it's this really sort of like nationalistic movie about their history, but it was just so saccharine.
That's a good analogy.
Ooh.
There's also singing.
Yeah, there is singing. Anyway.
Just like a Disney movie, guys.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what your favorite Jackie Chan movie is.
Is it Snake and Eagle's Shadow, where he does pussy style?
That's a real thing. She didn't make that up. Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you later.